All right, so I think most of us know what YouTube is and have probably used it quite a bit, maybe for our professions or personal use, seeking out videos that might be helpful to our professional development, helpful in a classroom, or maybe communicating ideas with a cohort in a business. But there are a lot of different things that we can do with YouTube, more than just going to the site, searching for a concept or an idea to find a video, and then watching it. Today, we're going to go over a few things. We're going to take a look at how we can insert links into Google Docs when we're sharing those and working with others, and they can access those videos as well. We'll take a look at Google Slides. There are a few different things that we can do with that. Some of the same, but some added functionality there. We'll then move on to putting links into a Google site if you're building a website, and then the difference between adding a link and then also embedding that Google site, that web YouTube information. That gives you some different options as well. I'll then show you how to build playlists on YouTube and how to access those so you can retrieve them later. And then eventually and finally, I'll show you how, after you've created your own video using something like Screencastify, how you can upload those to your own YouTube channel and studio and make those public for your students or for the world. Let's start by going to YouTube. You can either type that into the search bar, or you can come up to your apps, or if you use it enough, it's probably here on your favorites. Either way, go to YouTube. Search for a video, any video that might relate to you. For me, I'm a history teacher, so I'm going to do something with the American Revolution and the Enlightenment. Video already pops up for me that I use, so I'm going to go ahead and use this one. Click on the video, and it will automatically start playing. Bring it back to the beginning, though. So I have the video I want. Now, what I want to do with this video is share it with others. Most of you have probably posted things or shared things on your social media, and you know that you can just click on the web address, Control-C, and you have that ready to go. There are also some other options that we can do. If you go beneath any video, there's going to be the universal right swooping arrow. That is the universal icon for sharing options. So go ahead and click on sharing options. As you can see, there are so many more options that we have here, along with the simple option of copying the web address as we did above. We're going to come back to embedding later. One other cool thing about going down and actually clicking on the share button as opposed to just highlighting the web address is that YouTube gives you the option to start the video at a certain time. Maybe the first 2 minutes are just junk. So I'm going to start this video at 2 minutes. Copy that link. So now we're ready to take this link from our video and share it with others. Go to your Google Drive and create a new Google Doc. Even if you want, you can create or open a doc that you've already created. But just for our example, I have a blank document here. First thing we can do is Control-V. Paste that right into our document. We click enter, it becomes a link. It's a live link. You can right click on this and you can go to that link. And this is okay maybe if you're just doing some easy things that don't need any organization, but let's say you're trying to create a report, notes, something like that where you want to embed the video site, but you don't want the whole web address just dangling around. So we like to embed these links into text. So the Enlightenment and the American Revolution. What I'm able to do now is highlight the text that I want to embed this to, that I want to create a link for. Now I could right click this and come down to link and add that link. There's the universal icon for link. Or I can come up to insert and come down to link. Either way, click on link you already have the text that is going to be highlighted with this link, and you're going to Control V and apply. And again, now we can go to this link, right click, and open that link.
Fighting for their rights. They made this claim based on the idea.
You'll notice that the video started at 2 minutes as I asked it to. One other option that we have in Google Docs in order to embed a link is to add it into a photo. So what you can do is insert a photo. Maybe you have some images in your report or your pamphlet or your notes. You have some images there. So let's go ahead and search for an image on the web. I already have one kind of typed in here. I'll just do it again. Let's go insert image. No, it's still typed in. So I'm going to type in American Revolution, and what you'll see is I added to it small image, because sometimes these huge images come up and they're just too large of a file to put into Google Docs. So I type in small image so that those smaller images come up, and I have a better likelihood of being able to actually introduce these. So go ahead and select an image and insert it. Now, just like with the text, I'm going to select the image, essentially highlighting it. Go ahead and right click on that, and again you'll see the link option there, or insert and come down to the link option there and click it, and again you're going to paste your link, Control V, and apply. So now you can even add maybe some click on image to see more. They can come here, they can open the link.
Fighting for their rights.
Again, starting at 2 minutes, but now I have that link embedded into an image. It just cleans things up, makes things look a little bit more professional and much neater. Now let's move on to Google Docs. Google Slides. So again, let's go to our Drive, New, and create a Google Slide. Or again, go ahead and open one that you already have. I'm going to use this blank one as an example. Similarly, we can write text and embed videos. Right click, link, Control V, and apply. So now then, when I click on present, that's a link. Over here you see it's just a pointer, but here you see the link finger. I can click on that and it brings up my video. Obviously then I'll exit out of that. I can also just type in the actual link itself, or Control paste the link. I can also hit enter to make it live. I can also, as we talked about on Docs, I can search for an image. And adding small image there. Is now into my Google Slides. I can right click, highlighting this, and in here I can also insert a link. Again, so now when I present, you can see the link finger. You can see the link finger. You can see the link finger. So those are all ways that we can insert a video into Google Slides, with the exception of one more. So let's exit out of this. I'll create a new slide. And once again, I'm going to just delete these out. And now I'm going to insert a video. I already have the URL selected, copied from the share options here. So I'm going to go ahead and Control V. Now what you could do is search for things like the you can search for things. But the problem with this is that you're not able to click on these videos and view them before you know whether or not they're good to use. So my suggestion is going to YouTube first, finding the video that you want, and selecting the web address that way. So when you come to the search bar for YouTube, you're simply going to put in that address, search for that, and your exact video comes up. Select your video, and you will be able to insert that. So now we're going to see our video is here. It's right into our slides, and I can play it right in my slide. It doesn't open a new window. It doesn't go somewhere else. But let's exit out of there. The other thing that we can now do, what's really cool about this, is that in Google Slides, instead of having to hover over and play it or whatever else, maybe we have it so that this Google slide is shared with my students, and they come to a slide. I want to make sure that they definitely watch it, so I'm going to have it click on these. I'm going to have it autoplay. So click and highlight the video that you have inserted, and now you have the formatting options. You can start it at that particular time of 2 minutes if you want. You can even end it sooner if you want. We'll end it at 6 minutes. So they're really only watching 4 minutes of this 8-minute video. The other thing is you can click on autoplay when presenting. And then you can mess with the size, rotation, drop shadow, those kinds of things. But this is what I really want to show you for now. So let's go ahead and go to our first slide, present. We have our options here. I go to my next slide.
Fighting for their rights. They made this
Automatically started at the 2-minute mark. And I'll bring this down to 5:55.
Out by their creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these.
And stopped at 6 minutes for me. So that is how you can insert your YouTube videos and those links into Google Slides. Now let's move on to our website. Go ahead and open a website that you have or create a new one. You can do this going to Google Sites. I already have one set up here. So if you need to, go ahead and pause the video and get to a site. Now, what we're going to do here is show you how to add YouTube videos into your Google Sites. What's nice is that Google Sites has many different options here, many different tools that you can insert. So I'm going to scroll down to my bottom here. I'm going to click on YouTube. And again, it's the same thing that you saw in the Google Slides. As I put insert video, same exact kind of setup. Same exact setup. So I'm going to Control V, what I've already selected, search for that. My video pops up, and I'm going to select that video. If you're familiar with sites, you'll know that you can come up here and click on the preview button to see what your viewers would see. Much like in one of the Google Slides, before I made it autoplay, your viewers would have to come, click on play, and now it plays for you right here in the website itself. Now, depending on what your needs are and the necessity of the video, or the purpose of the video, you can do some different things. That is just linking a video, adding a YouTube clip into your site. But we have another option. We can add that link through clicking on the YouTube. But the problem with just adding YouTube is, one, you cannot add playlists that way. It's only for one single video. Keep that in mind. We're not doing playlists right now, but keep that in mind. In order to add a playlist of YouTube videos, you need to embed that URL. So whatever that URL for the playlists are, copy that and paste it here. Now, again, for our single video that we're working with, we could just type in Control V, and we're going to get the same thing that we got. Whoops. Okay. Let's grab them both. It's the same thing. Click on preview. One was added with the YouTube insert. One was added with the embed insert, but it's the same thing. So what good does embedding really do for us? Let me go ahead and delete that one. And now I'm going to embed using code. Well, if I just go ahead and paste in my web address, that doesn't work out. So open this box where it says embed code. Let's go back to our original YouTube page and go down to these share options that we talked about before. Now we're coming to embed. Go ahead and click embed, and now it gives you all of this code. Once again, you can add a start time. You can enable privacy enhanced mode if that's something that you would like to do. And there are some other things there. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is copy this. I'm now going to come back to my website, Control V, all of that code into the embed, and click Next. Go ahead and insert. Move that back up here. Doesn't need to be that large. And preview. Well, what the heck is the difference? Nothing yet. X out of this, and let's go down to our embedded video. Hover over it and double click. This will bring up your code again. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to manipulate some code. We've already added the start at 120 seconds. That's 2 minutes. But we're also going to come into, you can see where the web address is. HTTPS, it's in quotes, all the way down to this last quote. The frame border starts the next set of code. Inside of this quote, and actually let me get rid of the start for 120, because you're not going to have that. This is what it would actually look like without starting at 2 minutes. You're going to come into this quotation, you're going to write a question mark, and you're going to write auto, spell it right, it'll work, auto play equals 1. Click Next. Save. Now I'm going to click on a different page for now. Don't worry about anything, just to stop the autoplay, because there is one problem with the autoplay when you put it into your site and you're building it. It will still autoplay when you're building it. So it gets a bit annoying. To have that constantly playing in the background while you're trying to build a website gets a bit annoying. So first, let's see the product of it though. Go ahead and go back to your home, that page, click on the preview, and let's scroll down now.
Today, many Americans take for granted the freedoms they enjoy, often forgetting that the road to American independence was a...
So you can hear it auto playing in the background of my site now here. So that's a problem. So there's a couple things that I suggest to you. In my Google Drive, I have created an embedded files page. That way, when I'm working on my website and I want to embed this code, I can copy it out and put it in my code.
Today, many Americans take for granted the freedoms they enjoy, often forgetting that the road to American independence was a long and arduous one.
I can delete this for a little bit, continue to work on my website, and then when I'm ready to publish, I can come back to my embedded files, copy that, and go back to my website and put it back in. I'm going to delete that for now. And I'm going to do another one just real quick, and you can kind of follow along. So I'll go to a new website or a new YouTube, and I'm going to search. I'm going to put something onto this website page, the hello, welcome, good to see you, that theme. I know there's a Shrek one. Shrek, hello, original. Let's go ahead and click on this.
Oh, hello there, Shrek.
That's good. That'll be a good hello. I want to grab their attention when they get to my site. So again, I'm going to come down to the share, click on the embed, and I'm going to copy all of this. Go back to your website, create a code to embed. And as we talked about, I want to create an autoplay here. So question mark autoplay equals 1. But here are a couple other things that I can do. And sign. Loop equals 1. And sign. Playlist equals, and then what you'll do is copy the video ID, which is this last group after the last /. Control C, put it after the playlist equals. Now this will continuously just be that soundbite, that video.
Oh, hello there, Shrek. 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 Oh, hello there, Shrek.
I'm going to delete that just so I can continue to talk for you. But I'm going to add it back again and show you one other thing that you can add. Instead of going to your embed and cutting it away, deleting it, and then adding it again, here's one other workaround that we can do. We have our code here. It's auto playing, it's looping, but I'm getting tired of the voice for a while. So while I'm working, come into the code, and sign mute equals 1. You can see you've muted the sound. Check out a preview. I'm done working for the day. I'm ready to publish this and walk away from my computer. I come back in. I delete the mute equals 1. And we're back to business.
Oh, hello there, Shrek.
And I'm going to move this
hello there, Shrek.
here and delete this.
Oh, hello there, Shrek. 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 Oh, hello there, Shrek.
All right, so from your Google Sites, what you've learned how to do is add a link, add a single YouTube video, add playlists, and also then how to embed a file, make it loop, make it autoplay, and also then how to mute it so it doesn't annoy the heck out of you. So that's a great thing that you can do with YouTube videos as well. We're almost at the end here, and I'll show you just quickly how to make some playlists. So let's go back to your YouTube page. And I like Shrek, so I'm going to go ahead and just add a whole bunch of Shrek videos. Right next to that share button that we talked about previously, you're going to see a list icon with a plus sign next to it. That is adding to a list. Go ahead and click on that. Now what you can do is create a new list. I have a whole bunch already created. I'm going to create a new one, Shrek Vids. I'll make it public. You could do, change these options. I'll make that public and create it. Added to Shrek Vids. Now I'm just going to go ahead and search all things Shrek. Shrek, kill the ogre scene. Add it. Oh, and this brings up a good point. Content that's made for kids cannot be added to playlists. All right, so this one I can't add. This one I can't add. This one I can. Shrek Vids. You can see it's added to Shrek Vids. Shrek's Day Out. Let's try and add that one. Shrek Vids. So then you're able to check, and maybe I want to add it to a few different playlists. And we'll do one more. And this allows me to add. So sometimes it's hit or miss on the things that are made for kids, especially when you're talking about something like Shrek, obviously. But if you're going into like history stuff or science or things that high school or college kids are going to be using, you won't run into that problem so much. All right, so now I've created a playlist, but how do I access that? What you're going to be able to do is click on this menu button over here, and you're going to see all of your different options. Now, if you don't really know what's going on here, it can be a bit confusing. But after your first set, the home and trending subscriptions, you're going to get to your tools, your library, your history, your videos that you've created, and we're going to get to that in a second. But then you're going to see that list icon, but also now the play button next to it, a play list. So I have my How to Google Sites playlist. My Shrek Vids. Go ahead and click on that. And now you can see all the videos that you have added into a playlist. The share icon, you can share it with others. Here's a link to my playlist. You can put a playlist link in your docs or in your Google Slides or on your website, again through the embedding option. But you're going to copy that playlist link. You even say it says playlist. You can arrange your videos to which ones you want to play first and which ones you want to play last. We'll obviously make the hello one first. So these are, and actually while I'm here, let's just show you real quick on your website. This is a playlist, YouTube playlist. Go ahead and copy the playlist link. Go back to your website. And again, we need to embed, because if you click on YouTube, Control V, you can see your playlist, search, video found. So it's only looking for single videos. But if I come to embed and under the URL, not the code that we used before, but URL, Control V, you're able to insert that. Now, as we preview this, you can see in the top right corner a playlist, 1 out of 4. If you click on that, you can bounce between the videos, or they will simply play in order. The last thing I want to show you today is how to get your own videos onto YouTube. So especially if you're a teacher, I'm sure many of you have used, or you're going to be in the world of using, something like Screencastify. Let's start by just showing you how to get it. So I'm going to go home now. All right, we'll come back to that. We're done with kind of playing with YouTube videos. We're going to create our own now. In order to get Screencastify, it's a Chrome extension. All right, so there's a few things that you can do. If you click on the apps up here in the left-hand corner, it's obviously not there, but you have the web store down here, which allows you to search for extensions. Go ahead and click on that. In fact, the first thing you can see highlighted is extensions. That's what you want to search for. And we're going to search for Screencastify. Now I've already have this, and I can't delete it because I'm using it to show it to you. But you're going to go ahead and install this. It will pop up here, and it's the red arrow. That's Screencastify. So once you get that, you need to understand how to use it. All you need to do is you go to what you want to see. You're going to click on this red arrow. It will give you some options, and you're going to click record. Now, I'm lucky. I'm in a district where we have unlimited, so my videos can be longer. But if you have an unpaid subscription, you're going to only be able to make 5-minute videos. So just keep that in mind as you move forward working with Screencastify. Now I've already gone ahead and created just a short practice video that we can use. This is new and just an example. Hello. So I've Screencastified, I stop recording, and this web page automatically pops up, video details. As you're done recording, this will pop up. You can open this in Editor and play with the editing options. But the first thing that we're going to do is just get it onto YouTube. It makes it very easy. Over here, you're going to see the option to publish to YouTube. Click that. It's now going to ask what page you want this to be. I've already done this one, but it's going to ask you what page, or I'm sorry, what channel. I'm already logged into myself, all right? So I have my channel. I'm going to make this video public so anybody can see it. And then what you would end up doing at this point is clicking publish. I've already done that with this video, sorry. And then what you'll be able to see, let's go back home and let's go to YouTube. And as we were talking about over here, your personal things, where we talked about our playlists, right? Show more, here's all the playlists. This is where you go to the playlist. Well, above that is where you're going to see something called Your Videos. Click on Your Videos. This is new. That's what I named this video. This is new. I published to YouTube, to my own channel, and here I am. Colin Henderson, that's me, my videos. It's published up. So, what can I do with this? I can click on these little buttons here, these 3 vertical dots. I can add this to a playlist. I can save it to watch for later. Lastly, what I want you to do is go ahead and click on YouTube Studio. This is going to bring up something very different and give you a lot of different options to work with your own channel, your channel dashboard, and create all your own videos. Again, if you click on videos, you're going to see now the list. This is new is at the top. These 3 option buttons, go ahead, this edit pencil, the details, click on that. Here you'll be able to add a description to your video, change the title if you'd like, say whether or not this is made for kids. Remember, if it's made for kids, it can't be added from the outside world to playlists. And I also want then visibility for this to be public. You can add it to a playlist here if you'd like as well. And then you're going to save your changes. You then have a video link there that you'll be able to copy video link. Now I can come to a new site or a new page, paste that right in. And just an example, hello. And you have your video now on YouTube. And from that point, you can do all sorts of things, right? You can go back to your website and add your own videos that you made. This is new and just an example. Hello. Right? So, just to recap, what we have done is we have gone through YouTube links and we have put them into Google Docs, Google Slides. We've embedded them into Google Sites as code, and we've manipulated that code. We've created playlists and accessed them, as well as creating our own videos and uploading them, publishing them to YouTube. And that is that. That is some of the nitty gritty of YouTube and all the great things you can do with it. It's a versatile tool. Thanks for listening.